So, Linda, better known as Little Miss D.
Yeah.
This week is culmination celebration of 50 years
Entertainment.
on the Manx circuit, really.
Yeah, the longest entertainer in Manx history.
And to celebrate that, you're down here at the Villa.
Yeah, in the Royal Hall on Saturday the 20th of July. Big gig, big party going on.
Just take us back to it. Where did it start?
Funny enough, it all started when I used to just go around the pubs with in the summer in the 70s with the family, you know, because in those days Douglas was just, every place had bands on and whatever, and my father used to send notes up to the band, get Linda Caulfield up to sing, and that's how it started. And then I went doing competitions and won them, and then I met Tom Valley, who had the Bolton Cliff at the time, and he just asked me would I do the summer seasons, and that's how it started from there. And then it was the Glen Helen, and it was just all at Rushen Abbey. Yeah.
A big part of any success of that period, really, just like to keep going on yourself, is constant ability to change up and sort of keep up with what you're doing. Obviously, music's changed dramatically since the 70s. How have you sort of managed that along the way?
Well, funnily enough, I mean, I'll still get people and I'm saying, "Oh, you're still doing the same stuff?" No, I'm not, because the stuff I've done over the years has just been unbelievable. The stuff, my mum says, "Why don't you do that Chansons d'amour, Lost in France?" And I said, if I did that now, I'd be lynched. I mean, if I do Paris to Berlin, Proud Mary, Simply the Best, we're on a rocker. And now starting to do Foo Fighters, and then I'm going to start see what's in the chart that I know. That's what the people. You've got to give the people what they want. I mean, they wouldn't want the Carpenters now. They just wouldn't want that now. The older generation, yeah.
And so is that something you still do and keep up with all what's going on at the minute?
Yeah,
I'm used to say, I honestly, I look at something and go, oh, that's a good. I heard this new song, and someone goes, about 3 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
That was me thinking I was listening to something more.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same, because I listen very rarely put the radio on, but when they had the lockdown on, the song came on. I thought, oh my God, I love that. I've got to do it. And it was what's the name? Bad Habits, and I'd never heard it before. And I just thought, he said it's been in the charts for ages, but the minute I hear a song, I think, got to do that, got to do that, got to do that. Yeah. So you've got to keep up with them, you know.
And I've seen during that time, so you've seen a lot of pubs come and go on the yard.
Oh, yeah.
Just go back to what you said about Falcon Cliff. Was that sort of when it started? Was that how things started? Was you did like a season in a place more than you sort of do the circuit now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and then at that time, the first place I think was the Douglas pub in Douglas on the quay there, and the British and all those places. The Clary. I loved the Clary. We had a great laugh in the Clary. But then once the season started, because don't forget in the summer, I mean, it was just crowds here. So I did every night then for 16 weeks. Maybe have a Sunday night off every now and then. But apart from that, we went right through for 16 weeks. Even did Old Time Music Hall in the Glen Helen. Yeah, on a Monday night, they'd say, all the coaches come in, Old Time Music Hall, and we go, oh God, no, you know, best night ever.
Just so... With that, I've also seen the pubs change, but also seen like what people have for a night out has changed as well.
Yeah. Well, because the prices are so high for them, and the younger ones, so they all have their drink at home and all get together and have a good old chat, and then by 10 o'clock they're ready to come out and then party. So it has changed a lot, and also now after the COVID, a lot of the pubs are just doing Saturdays, because they can't afford to run anything. It's no point, because people don't come out. They can't afford it.
But one of the big things that you say about young ones is one thing is like, obviously I've seen you in the Manxy for years on Christmas Eve especially, but throughout the year. Yeah. You still, like, your crowd is not an old crowd. It attracts a really young crowd, like people my age and younger. Sort of.
Well, the thing is that what I think is absolutely brilliant, I've seen one generation and then the next generation, and now they'll come up and say, you're a friend of my granddad's. And I'm going, here we go. Yeah, I mean, my granddaughter today, Alyssa Meyer, she's 20 today. And all the kids that are following me now are all that age. And it's like, half of them will call me mum, you know, and I love it. It's lovely to see the kids doing things positive. And, you know, I just love all that. But then, as years have gone on, the same crowd that used to follow me, I think, Where've they all gone? Well, of course they've all gone. They've got families. They don't want to go out anymore. And then the next generation come down, and yeah, I've been really lucky.
Well, even say about the newer places when they've opened up, like you're always sort of one of the first acts to play a lot of the newer places as well.
Yeah.
But does that sort of weigh into it as well? Just sort of like the I suppose it's just this longevity is actually quite amazing, because you see, I know people who've been in 6 or 7 bands, and you're like, you never hear, you watch them 1 week and you go, wasn't he a drummer in this band? Look, yeah, they haven't played together for a while, they've fallen out or something. And,
yeah.
And yet you're still sort of going.
Well, the thing is, I remember I decided once, I thought, I know what I'll do. Get a gig in Castletown, gig in Port St Mary, gig in Port Erin, Laxey and Peel and that. And my son said, it's like a franchise, mother. But that's how I started to get to the people, you know. And then, of course, I've got mini discs. I'm still the old school, although my brother-in-law's got me on one of these tablets, so how that's going to work, I do not know, because I'm not very technical in that. But no, I've just kept going. I mean, the icing on the cake is when you've got a band. I don't have to worry then about putting music on, you know. And I will be singing with Bahuki. The last couple of songs of the night I will be singing with Bahuki, and I haven't sang with a live band for must be 40 odd years. So I'm looking forward to that, especially my son's band.
So is that something, obviously you're saying about starting off with bands?
Yeah.
Is that something that you sort of wish was still more of a thing?
You mean me or just generally?
Just generally.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Because you do get a lot of bands doing so. We also do get a fair number of people just doing it by themselves with, like you said, playing music on it.
Yeah.
But do you still prefer like a band? And
oh yeah. But saying that, we've got some brilliant talent on the Isle of Man.
Oh, I know Quids have done Battle of Bands over the years. Songwriters one as well. It's amazing the amount of people that come out of the woodwork almost. Sort of like, where have these come from? And they're absolutely brilliant bands.
Yeah, you've got Trevor Sherman. Trevor's brilliant, and then you've got Ian Thompson, and you've got all the boys, and then they go out and they're on their own, and they do really well. But to me, I've got to be honest, I listen to some of the music now, and I'm like, I don't mean the bands here, but I'm talking about on the radio, and I think, oh, what a load of ooh-jar, because to me, I mean, real talent is not somebody singing and they're doing this with the music. That to me is not talent. Anyone can get anyone to get up and sing and do that. But to me, the real talent is the Beatles, the Stones. I mean, you can't beat somebody like Jagger, Freddie Mercury, David Bowie, and Elton John. They're real talent. Not this load of, It's all right if you've had a few pops and you want to have a bit of a boogie.
So where would you say is, like, over the years been your favourite place to play?
Oh God, my place I've always called me home at the time was the Creek. I've done the Creek for over 25 years. The Mitre is now my home. I mean, I'm there once a month. I'm there at the Creek once every 2 months. I mean, I love the Commie in Ramsey. Love the Commie. All these places now. The Manx Arms I've been doing for 20 odd years. So I've been really lucky. I'm doing the Rosemount again. I go round really, all of a sudden I don't do anything, and then it's all again. And the Union in Castletown, the Haven, that was another brilliant one, but that's gone a bit quiet now as well down south. So, but the most of it at the moment, I'm doing a lot up north and Peel, so and I've been really busy, and the gigs are all coming in for next year. I think, they'll slow down, but they never do.
Well, it does seem to be a thing that, when I turned 18 something like that, it was only Douglas. Whereas sort of like Ramsey's come back a little bit. Peel's always been there, but it just seems to be a bit better than it was.
Yeah.
Castletown has had its up and downs over the last few years, but hopefully it's going the right way. Bushies are going to open their new place down there, and that. Yeah. Port Erin's one of them that always just sort of wants to get going,
and it never.
And it just doesn't quite get there. Like, you've got the Riddler, who's absolutely brilliant venue, but it just needs that sort of final bit of a push almost.
I've got to be honest, whenever I did the Haven, it was brilliant nights, absolutely brilliant nights. And then, of course, you get somebody else taking some over, and then somebody else taking over, and then the brewery decided they weren't going to put anything on. So I haven't done that. I haven't done down south for a few years. But the Union have just got back onto me and said what I do. But I've got nothing then until next year, so I'll have to see how the diary goes for next year.
So, If you had to pick one, we'd say the Mitre up in Ramsey.
Oh, it's got to be Mitre. That's my second home. You know, Carl Jockin does such a fabulous job. He gets the people on there, and yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, that's me. And the comic.
I'm going to be slightly unfair. What are the ones that aren't here anymore?
Well, the ship, to be honest, the ship in Castletown was a brilliant one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
So I never drank it. It's sort of one of them ones that's gone.
Yeah.
That I was old enough to drink and never did.
Yeah, no, there was that. And I'd say that the Clary was another good one. It was a great crowd in the Clary. But a lot of the good ones, and Laxey, not Laxey, Liverpool Arms. That was a good one. And all those good ones. And the one which it really missed, and is the Brit in Ramsey.
Yeah.
That was an amazing night with the bands on. Amazing. But you know, it's all gone.
But I mean, it's sad to say, but looking forward to this coming weekend.
Yeah.
It's going big school.
Yeah.
Up in the Villa.
Yeah.
Where did the idea come from first?
I've got to be honest, I don't know. I've always been the warm-up act for Freddie and the Dreamers, the Searchers and all that. So to me, all of a sudden, I'm looking at that when I come past the poster, I'm going, whoa, is that me? Whoa. And it's a lot to take in. It is a lot to take in. But the people on the island have been just honestly, Sam, they've been amazing for me. I'm only here because of them. You know, they've just been absolutely wonderful. They have. And even when everyone feels on a bit of a downer, they always bring me back up again. And it's, I am really lucky, very lucky. And my family have always been there for me. They've always supported me. They'll all be there on Saturday night. Well, as I say, Lee will be anyway, because he's the guitarist in Bahookie. So, so it's going to be great. And Dirty Bertie and the Sherbets. I love saying that. Sounds posh, doesn't it? Dirty Bertie and the Sherbets. So, and that's half of Bahookie as well. But both bands are brilliant, So I've got a couple of guest starters on, so it's going to be really good. I'm doing an hour. And they've all said, Lee says to me, right, Mother, get your list down, right, get your list and make sure. And Lee's done it all. He's organised it all and told me what I've got to do, right? And that's it, Mother. You can't go over, right? Okay. So I've gotten on about 10. I'm used to doing 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
And it's down to nearly about 3/4 of an hour. And I'm like, and I've got a list, and I was looking at it yesterday, and I thought, oh God, I'm going to fit all the. I'll be getting told to get off. But I know I've got to try and pick the ones everyone loves and what they want, and then we finish off with all the boys coming on, and I'm not going to tell you what, but the 2 songs then, and then we finish, and I can go home and go, thank you God.
Do you reckon you have a bit in it? Because obviously, you, like I say, season before like you are, but do you reckon you have a bit more nerves this weekend at all? Even now I've got nervous weekend, and I've got nervous excitement. Yeah. It's that. I used to have people helping me at one time years ago, and even that was when I was at the bands, and they'd say, "Oh, Linda, honestly," but I was so I'd be nervous, but I was excited. That was it affected all them, But no, I'm not bad, but I do get nervy because I think. Every time I've gone out, I've said to the girl that helps me, God, I wonder whether we'll get many. And she'll go, oh, for God's sake, don't say that again. But no, it's going to be a nervous weekend, but it's going to be, even now, I am so excited about it. I really am. No, in fact, I came in to see Bahookie and Led Zeppelin. And it's the first time I've been in that room. And I looked at it, and I've got to get the feel of this room. Oh, it's amazing. I can just see it. It's going to be brilliant, the lights and the sound, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Well, it's no doubt plenty of people looking forward to it as well. You can get tickets, it's still going at Villa box office. There's a website and all sorts of stuff. Yeah. People know what they're doing for that. Yeah. But yeah, well, congratulations on what you told me is 53 years in entertainment, and yeah, we see you on Saturday and going forward. Thank you, Sam, and thank you for this. I really do. And thank you for your friendship. We've only just met, but it's been brilliant. Thank you. Well, this is the first time we met when I've been sober. That's a big difference. A lot of people can say that, love. A lot of people can say that. Sometimes when they sort of sober up and they look at me and they go, oh my God. Was that what we watched last night? I love it. To me, as long as they go, if there's 6 people there on Saturday or there's 600,
As long as those 6 go away, I'll go up and say, do you know what, we had a laugh. Look at the state of air. Love it, love it.